How you doing? I'm just going to explain a few things now on the notion of taking advantage of people and making people miserable intently. You might be conscious of making people miserable, but some people do because of their lack of awareness or their maturity in life. And particularly taking advantage of people, you're only taking advantage of yourself at the end as an individual. I've explained in one of my videos the great self, the whole self. Everything is one whole. One whole. You don't have to go along these things, but this is a real concurrence for a lot of people in life who've realised it. All of life is one at the end of the day. One whole singular unit. Believe it or not like Italy here, listed Germany, not like China, not like Asia, not like France, not like Ireland. One joint whole force that works on its own, in particularly as individual predicate. But when you meet the greater entity, you know about it. And I've explained this by knowing the little self, as I would call it, or the minute self, is a fraction of the whole self, which means the whole self resides within that minute self. That means you, as an individual self, can take advantage of 100, 10 to 100 to 1,000 people. But at the end of the day, it will come back to you in those terms, because in every soul is equal in that regard. All men are created equal. That's the same for women. It insinuates the same symbol into an as well. Basically, when you take advantage of someone, try to steal or grab, or I'm not using that word, the EPAR word, wherever that's coming from, I don't know where that's coming from, but this you try and stab or wound someone incessantly, you're continually looking back at you in the form of being a stab or a wound, or having to deal with the terms of what you put somebody. And that's the same in physical reality, it's the same in every reality, in every instant. That it comes back to the person who threw it out, basically. You have to be careful what to throw out and what you do to other people. You have to be careful of that, because it says treat those how they like to be treated, others how they like to be treated, treat yourself, that is. That means you don't have respect for yourself, you know, your self-respect. So your self-respect, you're not going to get any respect back. Because you show respect in yourself, it shines through that you're showing respect externally as an inverted measure, as an automatic measure, practically speaking. Back to taking advantage of it, I feel very taken advantage of again, or people said like an open door that you can't take advantage of. You're only taking advantage of yourself. I don't have to explain the terms any rather, but there's a whole self here. I'm one man, right? One human being, but I'm a singular unit. Within my singular unit is like a star in the cosmos. Like, you think the star is singular, it's a part of the whole picture of how many stars, many parts of the cosmos, many wonders. And in the book it says God created all wonders. It doesn't mean it's a man, it just means it's God. For those who don't understand the interpretive value of it. Unless you meet the man, what can you say? The point is, people don't understand the terms of what's taken advantage of, which is themselves. Unfortunately speaking, that is a real regard that many of us encounter upon stepping on the leaf, so to speak, which is an OTP leaf. You see either see the leaf or you don't. Where is it? On a tree. Why do I say the tree analogy? Because one tree in the forest gets cut down, it means there's threat to them all, because all the roots are connected. They're all entrained in the one earth. What is there around the earth? One sky. What is around the earth? One sea. One sea, because all the oceans are the same, so we have different labels and terms. As I was watching someone the other day, I won't mention it this time, I've mentioned it a few times, but he said, there's no, when you're in the sky overlooking the earth, there is no labels, there's no words, you don't see them. These are all mind framings. You're framed within the mind. That's the only place they exist really. That's why people have to conceive from their mind, whether they go blank or they go shutter, and they don't wake up to how real they are and how their awareness is blank. And that's why people try to shine through them regardless. That's a real matter in life, where people continue to shine, like the sun or like the stars, whatever it is, or like the moon on its equinox season, or whatever it is, it continues to shine. It's a real regard that people try to shine regardless of what they go through. But I'm shining this in a good way. You're only taking advantage of yourself when you take advantage of others. So I'm talking this was don't take advantage, because you'll come back to you in that form of you taking advantage of day and night. If you don't you show respect to yourself, you don't treat others with respect as an equal matter within the universe, then you don't respect yourself enough. You know? Because you're only taking advantage of yourself in the regard of taking advantage of other aspects of the self, which is of a whole unit, which doesn't recognise itself instantly, but it does. It does know of its own instance from recognition. And that's in the way of awareness, which you cannot compete against, or cannot not know, basically. So there you go.